I put this in the category of compact portable power that suits car campers, weekend road trippers, renters who want quiet backup during brief outages, and anyone who needs a flexible power source for work away from a wall outlet. I would not pick it as the only power source for multi-day off-grid living with heavy appliances, but for daily essentials and travel, it hits a sweet spot. The design matters more than it looks, and here it feels purpose-built. The body is a tough matte shell with a single solid handle that makes one-handed carries easy, even though the unit is about 17 pounds. That is not backpack-friendly for long hikes, but it is a quick lift from the trunk to a picnic table or from a closet to your desk during an outage. The front display is clear at a glance. It shows input and output wattage and a time to empty or time to full estimate that updates in real time. I rely on that estimate a lot. The ports are laid out so you are not stacking cables on top of each other. The alternating current outlets are grouped together. There are classic universal serial bus type, ports for older accessories, a universal serial bus type C port that handles fast charging in both directions, and a 12-volt car-style socket for coolers or car gadgets. The power buttons for alternating current and direct current are distinct, with a firm click, so I always know when a bank is live. Getting started is simple. I plugged it into a wall outlet and watched the charge rate ramp up within seconds. ECOFLOW claims a full charge from empty in around 70 minutes. My first wall charge was from low single digits to full in a little over an hour, so that claim checks out. The cooling fan spins up during high-speed charging, and you can hear it in a quiet room, but it is a steady whoosh rather than a whine. If I need it quieter, the application lets me cap the input rate so the fan stays calmer. Connecting the power station to the ECOFLOW mobile application took me 2 tries. The first pairing over my wireless internet did not stick, and I had to refresh the connection and try again. After that, it held steady and has stayed connected. The application is not necessary, but it helps. I use it to see exact numbers from a distance, update firmware, and toggle features like the charging speed or an automatic shutoff. The core performance has been more than enough for what most people actually run on trips and during short outages. The battery has 768 watt-hours of capacity, which is easier to understand like this. I can run a small projector, charge 2 camera batteries, top up a phone and a tablet, and keep a small fan going through an evening movie in the backyard, and still have a healthy reserve. It supports continuous output up to around 800 watts, and there is a temporary boost mode for short bursts up to around 1,600 watts. That surge helps with resistive appliances like a kettle or a compact coffee maker. I have boiled water and pulled 2 quick coffees without tripping anything, but that kind of use drains the battery faster, which is expected. Real charging speed is a highlight. From a wall outlet, the fast top-up means I can decide to leave in the afternoon and still have a full battery by the time I load the car. On the road, I have charged it from the car socket during a drive between campsites. It is slower, but it keeps the battery moving in the right direction. With solar, I used a 160-watt folding panel from ECOFLOW. On a clear midday sun, I saw between 140 and 150 watts going in according to the screen. That took me from about 30% to full in roughly 5 hours while I was making lunch and wandering around a campsite. Cloud cover cuts that rate back, but the panel is simple to angle with its kickstand, and it is not a pain to carry. It folds, it has a bag, and the surface wipes clean. I have set it up on wet grass and under light drizzle without worry. I wanted to see how it behaves under mixed loads that are common when people are traveling, working, or waiting for power to come back. On a Saturday picnic and day hike, I ran a compact cooler from the 12-volt socket to keep drinks cold. At the same time, I charged a mirrorless camera battery, kept a laptop topped up while offloading photos, and charged 2 phones. By late afternoon, I still had about a third left. Back at home, I used it during a short outage to keep the wireless internet router alive, run a laptop, and power a lamp. It handled that for several hours. If you work from home, not losing your connection makes a big difference. For camping, I ran a small projector and a portable speaker for an outdoor movie night and had power left for a bedside fan. If you are thinking about a microwave or an electric grill, it can do it for a short session, but you will watch the percentage tick down fast. The display makes that obvious, which is good, because it helps you plan. The quality of the power itself has been stable. Sensitive electronics like laptops and camera chargers did not hiccup, and the bidirectional universal serial bus Type-C port is genuinely useful. I have topped up a power-hungry laptop from that port, and also used it to feed power back into the station from a higher wattage brick when wall outlets were limited. The 4 alternating current outlets are handy for families or small crews, so everyone can plug in at once. I learned to spread higher draw items across outlets, and I avoid running more than one big heating appliance at the same time. That matches the natural limits of the unit and keeps the fan noise reasonable. The battery chemistry is lithium iron phosphate, which in practical terms means better longevity and a calmer temperature profile under load. ECOFLOW rates it for around 3,000 charge cycles. I obviously have not hit that number, but after months of use and a lot of partial charges, I have not noticed any drop in runtime. The battery management system has been conservative with heat. Even after a fast wall charge and then making coffee, the casing was warm but never hot to the touch. Peace of mind counts when you are packing this next to camera gear or putting it on the floor by a couch. There are small touches that make it easier to live with. The light-emitting diode light on the front is brighter than it looks and has been handy in a tent when my lantern died. The handle shape does not dig into your palm even when you lift it with a couple of heavy cords still plugged in. The rubber feet keep it steady on a plastic table. The display stays readable outdoors, and the auto brightness prevents it from blinding you at night. The build is tight and solid. I have slid it around a trunk, bumped it against a cooler, and it has taken the knocks without scuffs or rattles. Not everything is perfect. The fast wall charge is amazing, but the fan will be noticeable in a small, quiet room during that window. The mobile application layout looks busy at first, and my initial pairing needed a retry. The unit is very portable for its class, but if you are hiking into a site, 17 pounds becomes a chore quickly. The temporary boost mode is a convenient safety net, but it is not meant to run heavy appliances for long. If your plan is a full-size fridge, a space heater, or a long microwave session with no sunlight to recharge, this is not the right size. A specific use case that keeps coming up for me is a weekend shoot with a mix of work and downtime. I will arrive at a location, plug in a wireless internet router and a laptop to get files moving, and start charging drone batteries on alternating current while charging a camera battery on universal serial bus Type-C. When the sun is out, I unfold the 160-watt panel and let it refill the station while I am working. I stop for coffee, run a small coffee maker for a few minutes, and keep going. By late afternoon, I still have enough power to run a projector for a quick review and a fan when we wrap. That is the kind of rhythm where the River 2 Pro just fits. For beginners, the learning curve is short. Plug it in, press the alternating current button when you need wall-style power. Press the direct current button when you need the car socket or universal serial bus, and watch the time remaining number. If you want to get fancy, the application lets you set charge limits, or you can stop at a certain percentage to extend battery life, and you can schedule a quiet charging mode for overnight. The time estimates are quite accurate once the load is steady, and I trust them when I am deciding whether to brew a kettle or save that energy for lights. In the end, I think the ECOFLOW River 2 Pro 768 watt-hour power station is right for people who want dependable portable power that recharges very fast, runs everyday gear without drama, and stays reasonably compact. Car campers, renters who want a calm backup plan, creators who move between locations, and anyone who appreciates a simple, readable interface will get a lot out of it. If you need truly heavy-duty backup for several days with big appliances, you will want a larger setup or additional solar capacity. For most people who want flexibility and ease of use with real muscle behind it, this is a smart pick. If this video helped, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment with your questions or your own experience. Thank you for watching.